XOXO, James at Urivo here with our tour of the Upper East Side. I'm standing next to two things that the Upper East Side is perhaps best known for: the Metropolitan Museum of Art and incredibly fancy and difficult co-ops. Starting with the latter, if you heard a co-op horror story, it was probably up here. Pet interviews, private investigators, absolutely insane financial requirements. This is where you'll find them, particularly along Fifth Avenue and Park Avenue. To give you a sense for just how strict these co-op boards are, it's fairly common for the buildings to only allow cash purchases, and then you need to have another 2 to 3 times the purchase price liquid post-closing. It's actually a big problem because, as you can imagine, not many buyers can meet those requirements, and fewer buyers means lower prices. Then those lower prices also become a problem because the co-op board won't approve a sale if they consider the price to be below market. While these buildings were the place to be back in the 80s, today's affluent buyers now have more options with new condo developments, particularly around Lexington and 3rd Avenue. .200 East 83rd was a particularly strong seller despite prices over $3,000 a square foot. Most of our Upper East Side buyers go with much more reasonable options. Once you get east of Lex, you can find tons of moderately priced doorman elevated co-ops. It's arguably the best bang for your buck in Manhattan. That's especially the case with the new Q train running up 2nd Avenue, although it's not that new anymore, finally opening in 2017. A second phase is currently in the works and would add 3 more stations north of 96th Street, terminating at 125th Street, and adding a convenient way to get to the Metro North Station. A less well-known way to get around is the ferry, which takes off from East 90th Street and can get you to and from a bunch of spots on both sides of the East River, from Throgs Neck in the Bronx down to Wall Street. You can also wave to the mayor as you go by Gracie Mansion, right next to the dock. Getting back to the building behind me, the Met is the southern anchor of Museum Mile, a set of 9 museums that starts here on 82nd Street and stretches up to 110th Street with the Africa Center. Put a reminder on your calendar for next June and take advantage of New York City's Museum Mile Festival, a neighborhood tradition since the 70s where admission is free. The Upper East Side is also home to some of New York's fanciest restaurants. There's Daniel, an institution on 65th Street that opened back in 1993 and is one of the few places in the city with a strict dress code. Dinner there won't come cheap, but it's cheaper than Sushi Naz, an omakase spot on 78th Street where dinner starts at $500. Both of those restaurants have 2 Michelin stars. But not everything here is expensive. There's a casual Heidi's House by the side of the road, famous burgers at J.G. Mellon, world-class Thai at Up Thai, and Effie's Cafe with their delicious homemade jellies, jams, and sauces to go along with kosher Mediterranean bites. Thanks for joining me on this tour of the Upper East Side. If you're looking to call the neighborhood home, all of my buyers receive a commission rebate for up to 2%. And if you're up here already and considering a sale, my sellers save up to 4% as well with lower listing fees. You can reach out to me directly at james@urivo.com. Thanks for watching.